Well, hey guys, it's Melissa. I know that there are so many options available to you at this time, but thank you for clicking on my video for whatever reason. Heart goes out to you. Today, we will be closing out February. I'm going to budget the last paycheck for me in February. Today is the 24th. I pay myself every Monday. I am self-employed and I do have many side gigs available to me at my disposal that I take advantage of every time I have the opportunity and the time to do so. So today we are going to be using some of those side gig funds because my weekly income is at zero. So what I do is every month I start off by paying all of my bills that are due for that entire month if I'm able to do so. And so whatever's left out of what I pay myself, then I budget that. I divide it by 4 or I break it up however I need to break it up. So say for instance, and this is an example, say for instance, I make $1,000 a month. My bills are $500 a month. That means I have $500 remaining for the month. So I take that $500 and I divide it up by however many paychecks are in that month. If it's 4 Mondays, I divide it up by 4. If it's 5 Mondays, I divide it up by 5. Most of the time I have 4 Mondays, so we'll take the $500 and divide it by 4. That means I'll have $125 every week to allocate towards food, transportation, personal use, health, whatever I choose to use it on. Now, I don't always split mine up equal like that, but that's an example. Sometimes I may give myself $200 for the first week, and then I'll divide the rest of the $300 up for the remaining months of the month. It just depends on what I have going on. And sometimes I allocate all of it for the first 3 paychecks, and like today, I don't have anything left. But because I knew I had a side gig of bartending coming up and I could use that income for this week, that's what I chose to do. So that's basically how I pay my bills. On paper, it may seem, oh, you don't make much cash, and that's fine because I'm not trying to be the one to make most cash. But I do run several businesses and they are doing well, and I'm proud of that despite the world we live in, okay? So what I plan to do today, you see my completed binder, so we're going to get to that a little later. I'll leave it off to the side. I did go to the ATM to get some cash out because my bank don't open until 9 o'clock. And who's waiting to 9 o'clock these days to go to the bank? Not me. All right. So as I mentioned, my weekly income is at a 0 now. Let's go back and recap just a minute. When I did my monthly projection, I knew that I was going to have $1,500 left over for the month after I paid all of my bills. I allocated that $1,500 over time, and February had 4 Mondays. And so each Monday got some of that $1,500. So much so that I don't have any left for the 24th, the last Monday. Now, I also knew that I was going to be receiving at least $600 in unexpected income, which is really not unexpected income. And I think for March, I'm going to relabel some things. I'm going to have an unexpected column, but I'm also going to have a side gig column because this was expected. I knew the $600 was coming. I had received a deposit for the gig, but I hadn't received full pay for it. So it wasn't unexpected necessarily, but I didn't want to count it as income either. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, what we're doing today is working with some unexpected income, which, like I said, wasn't really unexpected. I knew I had that gig on the 21st, and I did receive some tips with that bartending gig. For gift card allowance, I'm at the same amount, $533.19. I didn't use any of the gift cards that I have at my disposal, so I still have that remaining. And out of this 678, I'm not sure how much is tips versus, I know how much I got paid, but I haven't really just calculated the balance because I put some back toward my business every time. And of this 678, $360.99 went back to my business because all the self-employed gigs that I do, I always put money back into my business. I buy things, I set it aside for insurance, I set it aside for taxes. I always put it back. But then I also use that money to give myself a little income out of it as well. This week, I'm using $233 out of that $678 so that I can complete this February budget and close out the month. Reason being is I had an added on bill that was not really expected, but needed. So I needed to add a feature to my car insurance for one of my vehicles. And that for the 6 months that I've paid up, the remaining months is $84.01. So I needed to get that paid out of this week's income. And so that will be remaining in the bank to cover, but it is included as part, is taken out of the $678. Now on to my cash envelopes. We'll get to that in a minute. Then these are some positive and other situation reflections that I want to share with you when I'm closing out my budget for February. And then we're going to put a little into savings challenges as well as close them out too. And then I'm going to go over the final results. So are you ready? So like I said, I went to the ATM. It gives you all kinds of options. 20s, I can get 20s, I can get 100s, 20s, 5s, and 1s. I cannot get 10s and I cannot get 50s out of the ATM. So I just have to tell it what I want and how I want it. And what I needed this week was $233. So let's count. 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 60, 80 is 180. 85, 90, 95, 200. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, and 33. So $233, as I mentioned. Stick that in there. All right, so like I said, I left $84.01 into the bank because that needed to be covered. My insurance add-on need to be covered for that. Let's go to my cash envelopes really quick. And I want you guys to know that I'm doing a giveaway. Yay! Why? Just because I appreciate you. That's why. For you taking the time to click on this video and comment or like it, share it, subscribe if you're new here. All of that matters. Your time, whether you subscribe, like, or comment or not, I appreciate your time. But if you like, comment, subscribe, or share, that's additional appreciation. But I truly appreciate you being here and clicking on my video. And that's nothing new with you guys. I really, really appreciate you. And someone had mentioned, they were like, well, your videos are kind of all over the place. You're vlogging today, you're budgeting tomorrow, you're doing your businesses the next day. That's who I am. That's what I do. I don't stick to one thing. Just no. I've never been that way, never done it. Nope. Part of why I work for myself, because I like the variety that I can give myself, and I love change. So yeah, sorry if my videos are all over the place, but yeah, I may be making a cocktail today, a mocktail tomorrow, a coffee drink the next day. I may be feeding you the next day, budgeting the next day, shopping with you the next day. I do all type of things. And that's why it's called lifestyle. Makes sense, because all of it is centered around making sense to me. And I hope it makes sense to you. In our food envelope, we have remaining 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got $8. Today we are going to put in, we're going to allocate $50. And at the beginning of the month, I had allocated $1,000 for food I'm not sure why I was so aggressive with that amount for this month, being that it's a short month. I was going to be out of town. I had some gigs to do. I'm not sure why I was so aggressive. I guess because I was traveling and I didn't realize that I wouldn't be spending so much. I thought I would be. I don't know. But anyway, we're putting 50 in here today. And I still have an allocation of $500, but it won't be used. I don't need to go to the grocery store. I've been freezer shopping out of my freezer and cooking meals from that. And if I had to go buy something, it was taken care of by what I had allocated for myself. In transportation, I don't have anything left allocated for transportation, but I am going to give myself $30 because I want to put it in my car. I filled up my truck, but I need to put this 30 in my car. And honestly, it may take like $22, $23. It'll fill it up. In household, flipping back, we still have $3 because I did not, I spent that on the paper towels and I had $3 remaining from last week. This week, I'm going to put in $12 just to kind of give it an even number. I didn't really have to put anything in here, but I just wanted to. So $12 will go in here. And that will now give housing 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. $15 in housing. In health, I'm going to give it $40 because I do have to go back to the dentist. So $40 for that copay. Will be covered next week when I go there. In personal, I'm going to give myself $25. And personal, I use for whatever. I use it as a tip. I use it just to buy me a snack if I want it at the spur of the moment or something. Go to the movies, anything like that, which I do have an entertainment section as well, but I can use personal for whatever I choose to use it for. And what else is going to get something? Situations is going to get $25, and that leads me to the giveaway. This is what I will be giving away either in a gift card or if you want Cash App or Zelle. I can do gift card, Cash App, or Zelle. And I'm doing this, like I said, just to show appreciation. And it wasn't something that I originally budgeted for, expected to do, planned to do. But when I first started my channel, I did a giveaway almost every time I did a video. I would go on camera and do a giveaway. I would do a live just to do a giveaway. And I miss that. I do. Not that I haven't wanted to. It's just been hectic for me trying to get a handle on my budget, trying to get a handle on operating these videos and the channel and all of that. But all through all of that, most of you have been here, okay? You've been here. You saw the struggle in the beginning with all the bulky stuff that I had no clue what I was doing. Yikes. It was a journey for me. So this $25 is basically just to say thank you. It's an appreciation for you from me. And the way that I want to do it is if you put in a heart emoji in the comment, you can say something too if you'd like, but definitely put a heart, any heart emoji into the comments, and then I'm going to pick a random winner out of those comments. And then once I message you, or once you see that your heart comment has won, then you'll need to contact me to let me know how you want this. Cash App, not Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, or gift card. I've been using my gift cards for my no spend, low spend year, and that's worked out perfect for me. So maybe you can start your journey with this $25 as your low spend month and get a gift card. It don't matter to me what you choose, but that's just an appreciative measure from me to you. So now that we've gotten the envelopes out of the way, let's go over here to our savings challenges. We should have $51 remaining, 20, 40, 45, 50, and 51. And all of this will go into our February savings challenges. And I only have 2 that I'm working on because I finished the others. And what I want to do is, got kind of an odd number here. I have 2 5s off the bat. So let me go ahead and put this in the 5s challenge. This little $5 card is from Mystique Budgets. Not sure she still sells them in her shop, but she had the 5s, 1s, 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s. So I did them one time before, and I just kept them and was going to include them in my budget whenever I could. The intent was not to finish this card for February. It was just to do as much as I could and then allocate it at the end of the month. So now we have $41 remaining. And where's the calculator? Let me see if anything over here equals 41. Let me see, 41 minus 28 is 13. I see a 3, and I see a 15, I see a 12. Maybe I'll do the 28 and 12 and just gift myself that $1. All right, let's see, 28 plus 12. Yeah, that's $40. So 28, I didn't want this 28 to be left up here in the open. 28, and I'm gonna jump down here and do the 12. And that'll be, we'll just put the whole $41 into the challenge, and that's going to end my February savings challenges. Now, I'm not going to, let me see, did I check off for January that 2025 challenge? Oh, I put a line across it because I didn't finish it, but I did do it. So I'm gonna put a line through it like that and a line through the $5 one because I didn't necessarily finish the challenge, but I did work on it. So that's enough for me to say, yay, job well done. And thank you to S&C Budgets. I still have some more challenges from these guys that you'll be seeing in March probably. All Things Planned, I got that heart one from her, and the S&C Budget Creations Save 50. Whoopee! So now it's time to see how much I have saved for February. Now we're gonna start off with $400 because y'all know that $400 came out of my savings challenges to go towards the purchase of a lawnmower. Now, with that being said, and I'm not gonna get into it right now, but even though that's part of my positive reflection, I was able to purchase a riding lawnmower. Y'all, I may have to return that riding lawnmower. I've only had it like 5 days, and when I got it, they did have a note that said need battery and need tune-up. So I had asked a couple people, asked my dad, asked my husband about it, and they were like, well, it's a good deal if that's all it needs. It don't appear that that's all it needs. So I'm gonna see what the lawnmower man tells me, and if it's more than I want to dish out, because honestly, I probably could have just bought a new one if that's the case, you know. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. But if by chance I have to get a refund and that $400 come back to me, then I'll decide on what I need to do with it at that time. But for now, it's gone. It's spent. I spent it. But I want to add up my February balance and see what we got. Got a lot of 5s because we were doing the $5 challenge. All right, so 400, 20, 40, 60, 80 plus 80, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75 plus 75 10, 20, 30, 40 plus 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 10. So for February, we was able to save $605. Yay! 605 is what we saved. And that is correct because throughout the month, I put down what I wanted to allocate towards savings challenges, and that total on the calculator equals that. So that lets me know it balances out. I balance it out. So let me write over here, saved 605 total. That means I should have, what, 205 here? This should be $205. Let's see. 20, 40, 60, 80, 91, 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 92, 25, 201, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 210. Well, maybe I added some extra somewhere. Let me count again. 20, 40, 60, 80, 91. 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I just counted wrong. That's why it's always good to double check. I was thinking I had some extra. No extra. All right, we're going to pull out the completed binder that I purchased from Beautifully Me and You. This is where we would put our additional, our completed savings challenge money. And you can save it. You can use it for change. You can take it out and use it if you need to. First, I'm going to write down February because I'm not doing mine as different challenges back here in this book. I'm just writing down what the balance is. So today is the 24th, 25, and we have here to put in the binder 205. And the way we do it is we just simply take the denominations, and it still has the 132 in it from January. We take the denominations and we put it in where it says. She has each of them so beautifully marked, the 20s and then the 10s. And if I need to use this, I can, because I've saved it. I've already allocated what I needed to be allocated where I needed it, which was the lawnmower this month. And so I can use this if I need to. Or I can make change, which is where that 100 came from that I have in here. I made some change. I took the 20s out one time. And then we have the ones. I love this binder. All right, so this is our completed. Hope I didn't need to let that dry. It's dry. Okay, this is our completed binder of savings challenges. Now it has our January and February challenges. Come March, we'll be starting a whole new set of savings challenges. But for now, I want to just go over my final results. Let me zoom you in just a little. All right, so at the beginning of the month, I projected that my income would be $2,750, and I ended up receiving $2,799.95. That includes my gift card allowances. So I was in the red. I was in the green. I was in the positive. I earned about $40-something over what I projected. My bills, I wanted to pay at least $300 additional money towards my bills. That was my goal. I end up paying only $233.64 towards them, which actually is not reaching the goal. So this needs to be in red, really, because I want it to spend. When I do my bills here, this is extra. Like, it's something, when I had a credit on my natural gas bill, a credit on my water bill, and a credit on my electricity bill, that's where this money would go. So because I wasn't able to pay the full amount of $300, I did have a credit, but I just didn't reach my goal. Now I don't have a credit on any of them. These winter days have been wiping my bills out. So yeah, I don't have a credit right now. But anyway, I would have paid $300 towards it, but I didn't get there. I only did $233.64. My cash envelopes, I wanted to allocate $1,700 toward them. I ended up only doing $1,236.51. So I look at that as being a positive because I came under what I wanted to spend. And part of that is because of food. I didn't put all that money into food as I so aggressively had mentioned I would for some reason. And down here, I have a little asterisk note. Even though some of the categories went over the budget, some went under. So it balanced out the surplus instead of a negative. So even though I had negatives in situations, health, and entertainment and transportation, that $500 food balance helped to keep it from going in the red. In my sinking funds, I wanted to contribute $400 towards that riding lawnmower, and I did just that from my savings challenges. In my savings challenges, I wanted to save at least $400. I end up saving $605, and the difference went into my completed binder. As far as debt, I wanted to pay an additional $125 towards debt. I end up only putting $95. So that came in a little lower than I wanted it to be. Now for my positive reflections for February, I was able to purchase the riding lawnmower, but like I mentioned, I may have to return it. My no spend, low spend year progress is going really, really well because I still have gift card allowances that I can use. My income was a little more than I expected. Not much, only around $49 more, but more is more, right? We won't complain. I was able to reduce my credit cards by one card. I now have 11 credit cards that are due instead of 12. So, hey, every little bit helps. And then I did a surprise cash stuff, which came at the gift of the margarita contest that I was involved in New Orleans. And I won that $200 prize. And I used that to go towards savings challenges. Now, I do have, like I mentioned, the giveaway. So that's something extra and positive that I want to reflect on from February. And other situations, not necessarily negative or bad, but because, like I said, these winter days have been wintering. When it's freezing, it's freezing here. When it's warmer, it's warmer. But those freezing days, snow days, all of that add up, and that made my electric bill go over what I had budgeted for, and it made my natural gas bill go over what I had budgeted for. So that's the only other situation. I wouldn't call it negative or what have you, but it is what it is. We need both. I need both natural gas and electricity. So we can't do anything about it right now. Coins today, I didn't have any to drop, but we are on the road to stacking them until April. We'll be dropping those and counting them in April. And basically, overall, February was a fast-paced month for me. Seemed like it came and it went. The good thing I like about going into March is that it mimics February's dates. We have 28 days in February. We have 31 in March. And because we have 31 in March, I'm going to have 5 paydays. So I look forward to that. But anywho, you guys, don't forget to drop me a heart emoji to be entered into that giveaway that I really, really want to do as soon as possible. I want to give it away as soon as possible. So I don't know if I'll wait to my next cash stuffing video to give it away. I may just do a special video to choose and give away at that time. I'm not sure. However, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your comments and all your feedback that you give me, you send me, everything you do to support my channel. I do appreciate it. So until next time, you guys, I want you to enjoy your day, your night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye, you guys.